Alexander, who will introduce our sister speaker for this evening, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before we start the program, I'd like to inform you about the Cultural Awareness Lecture number 7, which will be held here at Boys and Girls High, February 17th, 1995. The guest speaker will be Dr. Jewel Pookrum, MD, PhD, Medical Director and founder of Civilized Medicine Institute and author of Vitamins and Minerals from A to Z. She'll be dealing with codependency, thyroid tumors, breast cancer, prostate cancer, and the purpose and effects of melanin. For some of you, Jewel Pookrum may not be known about. She's a very dynamic speaker, and I urge you to come hear what she has to say. You can purchase your tickets in the back during intermission. The tickets and flyers are available for you today. I'd like to also take this time and to ask you to render your support to the Guardians Association, where they'll be sponsoring an African American Heritage Celebration, February 8th, 1995, at 3 p.m. The location will be 1 Police Plaza in the first floor auditorium. Please call Sergeant Crystal Johnson at area code 212-374-5312 if you would like to lend a hand. And I ask all of you to give your support. And if you can't lend a hand to her and getting her program together, please lend a hand by supporting her. They work very hard to provide this play that they're going to bring to you. Africans Helping Africans will also be sponsoring a panel, Racism in the South Africa and Conservatism in America, What's the Difference? The panel will consist of that great multi-genius, our elder Dr. Yosef Ben Yakinen, Professor William Mackey Jr., Yatrice Lead, and Dr. Edward Scobie. The MC will be Imhotep Gary Bird. That's going to be January 26, 1995 at 7 p.m. The location is IS 258, 141 Macon Street. That's the corner of Macon and Marcy. For information, you can call 855-1812 or 718-434-7012. Four Sisters presents the esteemed Ayala Benzant, author of Tapping the Power Within, A Path to Self-Empowerment for Black Women. Also the author of Acts of Fate, a daily meditation for people of color. The Four Sisters are sponsoring a workshop with Ayala Benzant, a self-empowerment workshop, February 3rd and 4th. Learn how to control and direct your focus and mind. For information, please contact Nicole Kennedy. Is she here? Would you please stand? Nicole Kennedy? Right here? Okay, Nicole Kennedy. You can call area code 917-876-0849. I'm not going to go through reading a bio on our guest speaker. I'm sure everybody here is familiar with her. If you're not, you will be by the time you leave here. So I ask that you help me by standing and putting your hands together for Dr. Frances Cress Welsing.
Good evening, everyone. I am honored to have been invited to speak to you this evening by the Guardian Association of the Police Department for the City of New York, and to the officers and all of the members of that organization. I'm quite happy to be with you. And I was thinking about it, and I don't know of such an advanced police department that has such a group, to my knowledge. So I think we should give them I'm going to talk about our situation as Black people, and I'm going to talk about racism in Black mental health. Before I go further, I want to share with you that a week ago tonight, I was at the University of Toledo in Ohio debating Dr. Charles Murray on the topic Black genetic inferiority. Well, the real topic of the debate was genetics, intelligence, and race, or some combination of those words. I don't know what he's telling people, but I beat him. I beat him by putting his discussion of Black genetic inferiority in the framework of understanding racism, white supremacy as a global, national, local system of power domination. But before I go further, I want us to have a moment of silence in recognition of the passing of Dr. Amos Wilson, the famous Black psychologist that I understand passed recently. He was such a major and important figure for us in all of his writings on Black child development. And I was just talking about him when I gave a talk last night. And I came here today and found out that he had passed on. So can we just begin with a moment of silence and recognition for the major contribution that this Black man made in the field of psychology. Fine. Racism. We are 5 years away from the 21st century. All of us as Black people must participate in turning the future into what we all believe and know that it should be. A planet and a universe where there is justice. Justice does not exist on planet Earth today. This planet, whether we like it or not, is dominated by the greatest system of injustice, the greatest system of violence that has ever existed on this planet. I believe that we as Black people, the first people assigned to planet Earth, the mothers and fathers of everybody who has existed on this planet, that it is our cosmic assignment in the presence of injustice to see that justice prevails. It is not the responsibility of some singular individuals that somebody might say that's a leader or those several people are leaders. We all must see ourselves individually when we look in the mirror as being leaders in this great counter war against injustice. Not leaders who are doing their own thing, but leaders who want to participate in seeing that the beings on this planet can be everything that the Creator intended for us to be. We may have been that in the past. I am convinced we were that in the past. But a great force has descended on the planet to turn what was greatness, to turn what was the glorification of human beings to turn that into the highest level of degradation of beings that the world has ever known. It is our cosmic responsibility not just to attend lectures, but actually to see that a revolutionary change takes place on the planet. And I don't mean revolution in the sense that we thought of it in the 1960s, where everybody was kind of tough. But we're creating a different kind of revolution that is based upon every single person that classifies him or herself as black having an in-depth understanding of what this war that is being waged against us is really all about. I have said many times when I lecture that we greet each other by saying, "Hey, what's happening?" And I say we greet each other that way because we haven't really understood what was going on. Because we have been the victims of a massive deception. We have been told, those of us who live in this area of the world, and really throughout the world, we have been told that we are living in a democracy. We have been told that we are in a system where there is equal opportunity for everyone. Tragically, we have been told a gigantic lie, and that lie has been told over and over and over and over again. We are living in a system of racism, white supremacy. It is not a system of equal opportunity. It is a system wherein, let me go to my blackboard. Can you all see this board, or I don't know if it can be seen. Sometimes I think the blackboard is my security blanket. But we have to, each and every one of us, we have to have it clearly in our heads that we are on a planet in which we have been told we are the minority. Let everyone in this audience put it in their brain computer once and for all. That's the first big lie. 1/10 of the people on this planet have skins that are white. Only 1/10. 9/10 of the people on this planet, the overwhelming majority, are black, brown, red, and yellow. We must put this in our brain, and even if you find yourself saying, as a minority, check yourself and say, wait a minute, I made a mistake.